Let's move on to the new releases. Actually played some of these, so we're like really on top of things this week.
I played one of these.
Go for it.
Is that why it's highlighted?
Yeah, man.
I played some Sniper Elite VR on the Oculus.
How is that?
It's pretty cool.
Is it?
I mean, you know, it's a
Is that the
sniper
nut
game.
shot one?
Huh?
Yes.
Is that the one with the testicles?
That has the nut shots, and now
So
you
get the
can see
nuts and testicles in VR right in your face.
right in your face in
Right,
3D.
right there.
Is
You
it
like
awesome?
that?
It must be
You
pretty
like it?
good.
It's
Right in
actually I got a headshot. The first time you get that headshot, and you see the slow
Testicle shot.
motion, and you see the head just kind of go.
Testicles.
It's kind of cool. Testicles. It's really cool. You know, it's very like I don't want to say realistic because you're not really holding a gun, but you have to use both hands. You have to use both controllers. You can't shoot the gun unless you're like this.
Right. You're
The
simulating
controller.
holding a
Yeah.
gun. That's cool.
And between each shot, you actually have to move the bolt because it's the bolt action rifle, and you go.
Yeah.
And you see the bullet pop out, and you go. And you got to do it. So it takes time between each shot.
Yeah.
And so you have to kind of be aware of your surroundings, and you sometimes have to physically duck behind a wall to not get shot at, and then stand up. And it has the sights. So you're going like this, and you're looking in the sight of the rifle to get that view. It's really cool. It's very well done. I would say my only complaint about the game is I feel like the movement could be a little bit better. Because sometimes they want you to go a fairly long distance, but the click to move is a short distance. So you find yourself just kind of hopping forward a lot.
Right.
It'd be nice if you could just go a little bit further. But other than that, I mean, it is exactly what you expect it to be if you've played a Sniper Elite game before and what you would want it to be in VR.
It's probably pretty fun because it would remind me of those arcade sniper games. And this is going to be like really,
It is.
you're really looking through. Like it must look really cool.
It does, and it is exactly like Silent Scope. Yes.
I bet you that they do pretty well with this game. I see it's on PSVR also. I feel like a lot of gamers know this title. They're probably going to sell a lot of copies of this game.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot. I mean, relatively.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's out this week. I played Police Stories. That is out. It's been out on a lot of things.
What is Police Stories?
So I just happened to be on Twitch and I watched, I follow Kinda Funny Games, and they were playing this game called Police Stories. And I was like, shit, this looks cool. So I immediately bought it, and I was glad to see that it was less than $13. It's a top-down, like retro style game where you're a cops going into hostile situations, but you know, you can't shoot the guy unless he's drawn on you. You have to try to subdue him, you know, using very, very loose police procedure. You know, you have to subdue.
It sounds like it's better police procedure than
perhaps, depending on the situation.
Procedure, but yeah.
And it's a co-op. It's a local co-op game, 2 players. So I figured I'd get it, play it with Ty. It's very difficult. I mean, they have like a easy mode and the standard mode, and I wanted to play the standard mode. And after about a half an hour, Ty like left the room because he had enough of me yelling at him. But it's a really a good pickup for, you know, $15 game. If you have a friend to play with you locally, there's no online co-op. It's a small, you could play with your son, perhaps.
He doesn't like me.
I think, I mean, it's fun. Check it out. It's been out on other systems, but I think this is the week that it's out on Xbox. It's a fun little game. If that sounds interesting to you, like old school tactical police shooter, and it's challenging. You dropped your shipwreck doll?
No, I picked up and dropped my mouse on my keyboard.
Damn, pro gamer
about it.
Those are pro gamer moves right there.
It definitely was.
The other new release that we can report on this week is actually a Whip Smart. Where's my Whip Smart? Here it is. My Whip Smart Spank Bank game of the week. It's called Beauty Bounce. It's a visual novel. It's the sequel to Beach Bounce Remastered. You remember, Ship. Remember, you put that on your wish list.
Is it a direct sequel, or is it a prequel? Or
Sequel, direct sequel. It continues the adventures of the staff of the beach resort, as you, of course, remember. But this time, it's a beauty pageant. There's highly suggestive art, but no nudity. It's much shorter than the first game, Ship, so I don't know. But there's 7 different endings, and it receives Whipsmart Banky's semi-hot rating for the week. And the code was provided by our friends at Gamuzumi. I feel like they could have a name for that company that's more direct to like what they're doing. Like Jizco. No, maybe not Jizco. How about like, I don't know. Wombat tuned out.
Yeah,
I did.
he's looking at something else. I
know.
don't know.
I know. Like when I see Wombat's ear, then.
Oh, you're talking about Beauty Bounce. I'm tuning out.
We're talking about new releases.
No, you're talking about Beauty Bounce.
I saw a tweet today that somebody put together, and they said the Nintendo Switch has 20 games that you would qualify as lewd games. Not games that have just some like lewd content, but 20 games that you can say these are lewd games, or like, hentai games. I don't know what the real
Porn?
is.
Can you say porn instead of lewd?
Pornish? Well, I don't know. I think that's what the community refers to them as lewd. I think that's what they call them. I'm not making up the terminology.
Sounds like a word from the 70s.
Well, they're trying to make it sound classy. If you're a fan of that, you're going to want to make it sound.
Want to go see a lewd movie?
I mean,
hey kids, you like lewd movies?
If you're going to come up with the nickname for the thing that you enjoy, you're going to make it sound good. You're not going to make it sound like perverted.
Want some lewds to go with your lewds?
Perverted games for scum. Like that sounds bad. Dirtbag games. Real.
I like dirtbag games.
Anyway, any other new releases that we need to talk about? Those are the ones that we've had experiences with here at the CAGcast. Team CAGcast.
No, I haven't played any of these new releases.
No, I'm good. Yeah.
Not shopping mall parking lot?
I did. That was what made me drop my mouse on my keyboard as I was looking up to see what shopping mall parking lot was.
What is it? I gotta know.
It seems like it's just a car game from like Google Play from like 2018 where you go
Nintendo.
and like park your car in a shopping mall.
Nintendo is going for what we call the long tail, the traditional definition of the long tail of retail, where they just fucking put everything on there, and who cares? Like somebody will buy shopping mall parking lot.
Shopping mall parking lot. It's got a good name. That made me go look it up because that sounds like a situation that could be fun. It could be a zany game about things that happen in a shopping mall parking lot, a physics-based type thing, or
right.
People dinging your doors and people getting into fights, and
This is where Occam's razor comes into play, where the most likely outcome is the most expected one.
Yeah,
the game is not
I looked
good.
it up. Yeah, I looked it up. Well, it was actually parking cars. Parking.
It could be good though. That's a good idea for a game.
I haven't played it. It could be great. I mean, there could be a reason why Nintendo brought this over from 3 years back.
I don't think they brought it.
I think Nintendo knows what's on the Switch.
They're just like, fuck it. Like, it's a strategy, right? Like, just have as whatever, and someone's probably going to buy Crash Drive 3 for $20, and then Nintendo gets their 30%.
In my day,
is that the latest Crash Drive game?
in my day, the Nintendo name meant something. If the game was on the console,
seal of quality.
they had to have the seal of quality. And now they're like, now they just take a big old shit on the seal of quality.
Right. And cereal too. You knew it'd be good cereal.
What's good cereal?
There's monster trucks in this game. I don't know.
That could be good.
Could be fine.
Anything else in new releases that we should talk about?
I don't think so.